Hi everyone, I wanted to go over quiz 3 with you. So, number 1, initial certification of the OT practitioners is overseen by B, NBCOT. Number 2, in order to maintain your certification with NBCOT, you must renew every 3 years and have 36 PDUs. So the answer would be B. Number 3, in order to maintain your license in California, you must renew every 2 years and have 24 PDUs. So the answer would be C. Number 4, an OTA has passed his initial certification exam and received his license through the state of California. What is the correct way to sign his name on the treatment notes? The answer would be D, COTA/L, and we went over this in class last night. Number 5, in order for the COTA to provide direct supervision for level 2 OTA fieldwork student, he or she should B, have at least 1 year experience as a COTA or OTR. Number 6, who is responsible for making sure the OTA is getting the supervision required? The answer would be C, both. Number 7, an OT practitioner is supervising an OT aide. The most appropriate kinds of activities and level of supervision for the aide include A, selected tasks in which aides have been trained with in-site supervision. Number 8, a referral for a woman status post-hip replacement is received in the OT department on a day when the only OTR is on vacation. The COTA observes that the patient is scheduled to be discharged before the OTR's return. The best action for the COTA to take is A, call the manager of the company to see if there's an OTR available to come in and do the evaluation so the COTA can do follow-up treatments. Never provide adaptive equipment or instruction until the OTR has officially evaluated. That would be treating without an evaluation and beyond your scope of practice. Number 9, this one I actually gave everybody because when I read the question it was confusing, and I did add this line: was the COTA's response to the patient appropriate or not appropriate? So that was not originally on the exam. So number 9, a COTA is working with a patient daily when during a treatment session the patient states, I hate this activity, it's not important to me, and I don't want to do it anymore. The COTA assures the patient they wouldn't do it anymore if it upset him that much. Consultation with the OTR was made only when the OTR inquired about the patient's progress in the activity. Was the COTA's response to the patient appropriate or not appropriate? The answer would be A, appropriate. As a COTA, if the patient does not like an activity, you have the right to change it up as able. You don't have to ask the OTR every time you're changing an activity. Number 10, I was pretty surprised about that many of you got this incorrect. Number 10, a speech therapist stops a COTA in the hall one day and inquires about a patient who the COTA is frequently treating. The speech therapist would like to know if there's anything more she could do to improve the patient's positioning during speech therapy. Very impressed with the COTA's answer, the speech therapist asked if the COTA would be available to do an in-service on positioning. The COTA's response that in-servicing does not fall into her scope of practice and is the responsibility of the OTR. Was the COTA's response appropriate or inappropriate? The answer would be inappropriate because of the word not. As a COTA, you can provide in-servicing on positioning. We've taught you to do many in-services between communication classes and amongst all your other classes, and more to come next semester. Number 11, which of the following are ways to pursue professional development? The answer would be D, all of the above. Number 12, the term that best describes the relationship between the OTR and the COTA is C, collaborative. It is, you are not dependent on each other. You're not independent. You're not intuitive. It's a collaborative relationship. 13, supervision is D, based primarily on knowledge base. Based on those answers, that is the best answer. Number 14, joining your professional organization is required for you to be certified and licensed. That would be false. We did discuss that in class last night as well. Number 15, if an OT or OTA goes from one setting in which they are proficient in to an unfamiliar setting, such as going from working in a skilled nursing facility to pediatrics in a school setting, the OT practitioner supervision would be the same in both settings, even if the practitioner has 20 years of experience. The answer to this is false. When you go from one setting, such as skilled nursing, where you're very proficient, especially as an OTA, then go to the next setting, which is very unfamiliar to you, you should have an increase in supervision. It should not stay the same just because you have 20 years of experience in a totally different setting. 16, the same PDUs you give to NBC OT can be used for your licensure renewal. This would be true. 17, the OT develops a supervision plan based on all of the above. Number 18, the OT requires as much supervision as an OTA practitioner when coming out of school. This was another surprise that many of you got this incorrect. The answer is false. The OT or OTR requires no supervision when coming out of school. Number 19, mentoring is when one person tells another person what to do to achieve something. The answer is false. You don't tell another person, you talk with another person. You may challenge them with their answers, ask them why they're thinking that way, where would that get them, but you don't tell another person. Number 20, an OT is discussing a case with the OTA about what goals the patient has met and what the next step is for the patient. This style of supervision is B, supportive behavior. It's definitely not directive behavior. Directive is when you actually just tell them and they just go and do it. So for the fill in the blank, what do the initials stand for? CBOT is the California Board of Occupational Therapy. NBCOT is the National Board of Certification for Occupational Therapy. 23, AOTA, American Occupational Therapy Association. 24, OTAC, Occupational Therapy Association of California. And last but not least, the one most of you struggled with, ACOTE, Accredited Council of Occupational Therapy Education. So there's the answers. Hopefully that helps you out, since I won't be seeing you in the next couple weeks. I will try and get these in your box over the next couple weeks, but I can't guarantee it. Your grades are posted on D2L for this quiz, and I will be working on the vocabulary quiz next. All right, well, thank you and have a great evening.